Hey, you! I need you to hit the subscribe button below.
All right, sis. So again, like you were saying, the fringes, that's a part of our heritage. That's what we was doing as a people. But keep going. Hold on. So again, we're going to show you why it's important to wear those fringes, okay? Read.
And do them, that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go a-whoring.
Right, because when we start learning how to repent, guess what? As you as a sister, just like I would look on my fringes and remember to do God's commandments. Because there's a lot of commandments that we got to do. And there's a lot of changing we got to do within ourselves. You understand that, sis? A lot of times we'll say, oh, we got to change our community. We got to change the things that are happening. Black Lives Matter. We got to change what's going on in our society today. But exactly, the change comes from you first. We can't change nothing until we learn how to change ourselves. And then, guess what? Then you can show someone else how to change. That next person shows them how to change. It's exactly. So that's where it started out at, sis, all right? So that's why the fringes are on point. That's why we're wearing, right? So let me ask you a question, another thing, because that's something that you need to be wearing as part of your dress code. You think there's anything else God requires for you as part of your dress code to wear?
I don't know.
You don't know? That's okay, because guess what? In society, we're not taught that. And we're not going to be taught that in the Christian church. When you read through the Bible, no one's going to show you that, but that's why we're out here, to show our people how to live right. You know what I'm saying? All right, so you already got it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right, so God was showing our people, the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, he said, as a black, Hispanic, or Native American woman who is an Israelite woman, it said what?
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right, so it said a woman shouldn't wear that which pertaineth to a man. So what's something that women wear today in society, but it's meant for men to wear? It is pants. That's 100% correct, because, hold on, let me see if you can see it from back there. Come on closer, sis. What's your name? Rachel. If you can see back then, look, back when we was first being brought over here, right? Back when we was first being brought over into the Americas, our women had dresses on, even in the fields. And it was hot out there in the fields. It was hot. And we was out there 10, 12 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? But our women still had that understanding back then that, look, this is modesty. This is what keeps us separate from everybody else. That was modesty that they knew back then. But guess what? Over time, guess what? You have Amelia Bloomer. You have the women's rights movement. They said, hey, we equal to the man. Do you think you equal to the man, sis? No. All praises. That's naturally instilled in our sisters. But today, guess what? You have women power. I'm an independent woman. It's good to be able to take care, but when you start putting yourself above the man or equal to the man, guess what? That causes problems and divisions in the household. That's why when a woman wears a dress, guess what? What do you think happens when a woman puts on a dress as far as like her attitude? What attitude do you think you would have if you put on a dress right now? A feminine attitude. That's what we're trying to teach our sisters, to become more feminine. Just like a man, if I were to put on a dress, what kind of attitude do you think I'm going to have? I'm going to be acting very womanly. I'm going to have my wrists hanging down. I'm going to be every 5 words, you know what I'm saying? That again, that's very important. That's why the laws are spiritual, because the things that we do, like again, when we wear fringes, guess what? That's a spirit that God puts on you when you start to wear fringes, when you start to wear a dress, right? So we want to keep going.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Right. So just like I was saying earlier about the man, guess what? A man shouldn't be putting on a dress either. God already knew that. God beforehand already knew as a people how we were going to keep order and structure in our communities, in our society. That's why I said again, the change starts in you. Once you start changing, putting on a dress, wearing fringes, guess what? That's going to affect, do you have a boyfriend, a husband, anything? You don't have one? All right, well, when you do get one, Lord willing, that has an effect on your husband, because we're not supposed to do boyfriends and girlfriends. But for your husband, that's going to have an effect on your husband. He's going to see his wife dressing modestly. He's going to be, all right, I know what I need to do. I need to be a provider, a protector. I need to be going out here making sure I'm taking care for my wife and my children. Right. But again, that all comes from within us. A lot of times we'll want to blame everybody else for the problems except for us. Exactly. Right. So let me get you one more thing, right? So we're going to go to 1 Timothy 2:9 because we read that in the Old Testament, right? But I want to show you because a lot of times, again, we're going to church houses, we're going to Catholic church, the Christian church, something like, oh, that was Old Testament. That's done away with when Christ, and not, they talking about this Christ right here. They be like, when Christ died on the cross, he got rid of all that. You ain't got to do nothing no more. Just believe. You think you just got to believe to get into heaven, or you think there's something else you got to do? You got to believe? You don't think you got to do nothing else?
Obey.
Obey, exactly. Believe and obey. If you believe, you would obey, correct? If you believe God, you would obey what? The commandments, right? Sis, what's your name? What's your name, sis? Devlin. All right, this is for you too, sis. What we're going over right now is modesty for women in our community, right? All right, if you get a chance while we're reading that, just look through this sign right here. Just read through these different nations, see where you find yourself out real quick, all right? But all right, 1 Timothy 2:9.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
It says, like manner also, that women should adorn themselves, meaning wear modest apparel. So again, what do you think it means? Like, what do you think the definition of modest is? Modesty. What do you think that means?
Like conservative.
Conservative, not exactly. Conservative, not revealing. So again, not only should a woman be wearing a dress, but we shouldn't be revealing, right? So
what he's going over you is exactly 100% correct. I want to cover all things. So this is your girlfriend or boyfriend? That's your girl, right? So he's going over modesty, right? This is for both of y'all. Now look, this is your girl, right? But the way she's dressed, that's showing her body to other dudes. That's only for your eyes. You can, tell me, I've been there. You can say, okay, she's with me. I know she's just like that for me. But that's stopping every other horny ass nigga out here from looking at her body? It's not. Is that gonna stop them from lusting after her? It's not. Well, if she was dressed modestly, like the Bible says, her hidden parts, you were only one that was only for you. Nobody else want to look at her in no certain type of way. The other thing is, what about when she's not with you? What is that risk? Somebody knocking in the head because they're looking at your stuff. That's why rape is so high in our community, because the way our women dress. Do they want to be raped? Hell nah. Is it their fault that a man can't control himself? No, but when they dress outside of what God told them to dress, that provokes the man. That provokes his inner lust, and vice versa. When dudes out here walking out with no shirts on and stuff like that, what women gonna think? You don't got a man yet, right? So the way you're dressed right now, what kind of man are you going to attract? One that's going to think about this in this verse, or one that's going to think about this and all this verse? You're going to attract the wrong type of man. That's what the Bible is showing us. And here's one of the real reasons. Give me Genesis 32:28. Here's the real reason of why not to dress like that, because God is looking at all y'all in a certain way. Here's how he look at. The Bible won't show how he looks at you and you. Read it.
The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 28.
Now you up here, bro. Come on. We're supposed to be. This is our brothers and sisters. We're going to respect everybody, bro. Read it.
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
So Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes. He says, thy name should be called no more Jacob. Jacob's the father of all these people right here, 12 tribes, right? We're going to read.
For as a prince hast thou power with God.
Read it again.
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God.
So he said, Jacob, you are a prince of God. For a prince has their power with God. So you will see the Jacob, right? So he's calling you a prince of God. And what is he calling your girl? What is he calling your girl? What is he calling you?
I don't know.
He's calling Jacob, the son of Jacob, right? He said, as a prince has the power with God. You my sister. This is your woman. What, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
If you're the prince, you're the princess. We royalty. God sees us as royal. He sees, now you think about the fake queen of England, the fake royalty over there. You ever seen them wearing pants? Never. They always wear nice dresses, all the stuff like that. Never. That's the way God sees you and her. Princess. Get Deuteronomy 22 verse 5. I want her to see what he just said. That's how he's seeing you. That's how he wants the husband that's for you. That's how he wants the husband to see you as a princess. But when you wear, here's the thing. I ain't trying to disrespect none of y'all. Y'all know about OBT, right? OBT. You know about OBT, right?
Well, yeah.
When you go on that street, the women who are out there doing their thing, what kind of clothes they wearing? They're wearing some of the same clothes y'all wearing right now. Are y'all that? Hell nah. But if I was to drive down OBT, you were looking for a job or whatever, and I see you, what's the first thing that's gonna pop in a man's mind? Oh, she just like them. They might pull over and try to blow the horn or something. Not knowing that you understand that you're a princess of God, so don't even try me like that. Right. But when you wear those clothes, that's what happens. Right. Read Deuteronomy 22 verse 5.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
The woman shall wear what pertains to a man. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Read it.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
All that do so are an abomination to the Lord thy God. So if your man right now had on a dress, what do you think about it? No, I ain't messing with that dude. He got a dress on. So what was made for the woman and what was made for the man? Y'all already know. You go in the back, you see a sign saying what? Woman have a dress on,
Yeah,
the man have the pants on. Because they know. They're trying to blur the lines right now because you know it's all craziness out there. You don't know who's a woman, who's a man. If you got one, bro, you need to make her your wife. You, I'm going to pray for. You know why? Because out there nowadays, it's going on both sides. That man got to show you his birth certificate to show you he's really a man. Because you don't know what's out there. Same thing for the brothers. You gotta show me your baby pictures or something. Because I don't know what you are nowadays. But when you come to know who you are, keeping God's commandments, most likely gonna find you a proper man. Yeah, you ain't gonna have to worry about that.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.